Artificial intelligence can now write essays, generate images, drive cars, and even hold conversations. But here's the question that fascinates scientists, philosophers, and science fiction writers alike. Could a machine ever become conscious? Could a computer one day actually know that it exists? Or will artificial intelligence always remain just a very powerful tool, capable of impressive tasks, but without any real awareness? To answer that question, we first need to understand what consciousness actually is. Consciousness sounds simple, but it's surprisingly difficult to define. At its core, consciousness means having subjective experience. You experience sights, sounds, emotions, memories, and thoughts. Your brain isn't just processing information, it's aware of it. Think of it like the difference between a security camera and a person watching a view. A camera can record everything perfectly, but it doesn't experience the scene. Humans do. The big question is whether a machine could ever cross that line. So, what can AI already do? Modern artificial intelligence is already incredibly powerful. Large AI systems can analyze huge amounts of data, recognize patterns, translate languages, and generate human-like responses to questions. But here's the important detail. AI doesn't actually understand the information it produces. Instead, it predicts patterns based on enormous data sets. Think of it like an extremely advanced autocomplete system. When you type a message on your phone and it suggests the next word, it isn't thinking. It's just predicting. Modern AI works in a similar way, but on a vastly larger and more sophisticated scale. So even though AI can appear intelligent, most scientists believe it does not possess real awareness. So what would actually need to happen for artificial intelligence to become conscious? First, scientists would need to understand something we still don't fully grasp today: how consciousness emerges in the human brain. The human brain contains roughly 86 billion neurons, all constantly sending electrical signals to one another. Somehow, from this enormous network of activity, awareness appears. Think of it like a stadium full of people doing a wave. One person alone doesn't create the wave, but when thousands of people move together in just the right pattern, a completely new behavior emerges. Some researchers believe consciousness may work in a similar way. If enough information is processed in a complex enough system, awareness might emerge from the network itself. If that idea is correct, then in theory, a machine with enough complexity, perhaps one that processes information in ways similar to the brain, might eventually develop some form of consciousness. One famous idea in this debate is something called the Turing test, proposed by mathematician Alan Turing. The idea is simple. If a machine can hold a conversation that is indistinguishable from a human, should we consider it intelligent? Today, some AI systems can already pass simplified versions of this test, but many scientists argue that passing the Turing test alone doesn't prove consciousness. A machine might imitate human behavior perfectly while still having no internal awareness at all. In other words, it could act conscious without actually being conscious. So, what is the future of AI? Artificial intelligence is advancing rapidly. Machines are becoming better at language, reasoning, and problem-solving every year. But whether those systems will ever become truly conscious remains one of the biggest unanswered questions in science. Perhaps one day we will create machines that are aware of themselves. Or perhaps consciousness will remain something uniquely human. Either way, the journey to understand intelligence may teach us just as much about our own minds as it does about machines. One thing is for certain: they will be advanced enough to appear human, and for many people this is close enough. Whilst many are afraid of an iRobot-style takeovers, many are embracing AI. There are now even documented cases of people having relationships with AI or using it as a therapist. So for some, AI is already pretty close to feeling human. Artificial intelligence may already be transforming the world. But the deeper question remains: could AI ever become conscious? Right now, the honest scientific answer is we simply don't know. But solving that mystery may not just reveal the future of machines. It might also reveal how the human mind works. This has been Hale Explains. Like and subscribe for curious conversations every week.